Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you are joining from a previous video on my channel or you are a previous subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to continue on with the Pfaff Creative 4.0 sewing mode. In the previous video, we started doing the overview of the sewing mode, and today we're going to continue on with the options bar. And that is this section right here. If you haven't already watched the video, I have a video, I'm not sure exactly what the title is, but I will link it to the end of this video. What it does is it goes over everything on the HD screen, and it lets you know what all your icons are and what each section is. And if you haven't seen that already, I'd recommend that you watch that video. That way you can familiarize yourself more with the icons and everything first. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how to save a personal default stitch, how to save a personal menu, and how to save personal files. And like I said, we do this right here on the options bar. And we're going to hit the file, and it's going to bring up these three little windows, or these three little icons right here. And what our first one is that's going to let you save a personal default stitch. And what that is that you're going to select a stitch and then touch this icon right here, and that's going to confirm your default stitch. So every time you turn your machine on, that is going to be the default stitch that shows up on your machine. So say you're doing a lot of quilting and you want it set in the needle position for a 1/4 inch seam. You can set that and you can save it. So every time your machine comes on, it's going to be automatically set for that. So that's what this button is here, this icon. Our next one is the icon to save a personal menu. And to save a stitch to your personal menu, you're going to touch this icon, and then you're going to select to save a personal menu. So let me touch that. Okay, and so this is a personal menu here, and a new your new window pops up. You're going to choose a subcategory you want to save your stitch in, which these are your subcategories. So you're going to have 1 through 8, and each one, you could see it flipping through all the numbers up here. Let me scroll, and you can see how it's changing as I'm scrolling. These options here are changing. So each one, so number 1 is going to have 16 stitches you can save. Number 2 is going to have 16 all the way down through number 8. So 8 different 8 different subcategories, and you'll be able to save up to 16 stitches per category. Okay, so all your previously saved stitches will be shown in your personal menu. So okay, so then your saved stitches, to get to those, you're going to hit this icon, and you're going to hit your file, and that little, you'll have a file right here, and you can see that I have 2 already saved in my personal. And okay, so that is you can enter a folder name. So you can name everything you want when you go in further. We'll get into files and folders a little bit more, but that is where you would retrieve your personal right here. It shows you the little file icon, and that is where and then you can go right here also. So this is where it shows like this, and then you can do where it's like this. But we'll get into that section a little bit more later. Okay, so let's go back. So this one, where you bring up your additional window, and you can scroll through your list to find a free position. using the arrows. So these are your arrows. So if, say you're on number 1 and you have all 16 filled, you can go to your next one and put a stitch there. Same with all the rest. Okay, so we're going to go back up. Okay, so any box with a stitch is an occupied position. You can overwrite a previously stored stitch. You simply touch the stitch to overwrite. So that would be, you just touch your stitch and you can see that it just saved my straight stitch. Okay, so, and to override that, you would just touch whichever one you want, and you can put it, you can overwrite a previously stored stitch. You're just going to simply touch the stitch to overwrite it. Then a pop-up is going to ask you whether you want to overwrite that previously stored stitch. And then to cancel the saving process, you're going to, by touching your cancel icon, and the saving window will close and you'll return to the previous screen. So that is, let me show you. So say I'm going to do this one now. I'm going to go to this one, back to save that stitch, and I'm going to hit, okay, and it says replace stitch 5.1.1 in personal menu, and whether you, okay, so it just overwrote that stitch. Okay, and then if you want to delete, you're just going to do a short, and then it says delete that stitch. You can delete it right from the menu. Say your whole, all 16 options are filled. You want to clear the whole thing. You're going to do a long hold, and then it'll say delete all stitches in the current subcategory, and you can either say yes or no. Okay, so there's that. And that is how you save to a personal menu. And then your next is to save your personal files. That is what I showed you just a moment ago. We're going to close this one, go back to here, and for this one where you see the actual, like a little file folder, to save a stitch into your personal files, you're going to touch the save icon, which is this little one here, and then you're going to select to save to personal files. So that's personal files. And then your next step is the icon will open a new window where you can select where to save your stitch. So you can save it to your personal file, you can save it to devices, you can save it to USB memory stick. Personal files is the sewing machine itself, and the USB stick is, of course, if you have your USB stick plugged in. And then to retrieve it, you would have to have your the USB plugged in. Okay, so you can save either to a folder in your personal files or to an approved external device like your USB, like I just said. Okay, so that was just kind of a short and simple little video. If you have any questions, please ask down below in the comments. Our next video, I will be talking about your tie-off options and how to set those. And we will all see you soon. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please give the video a thumbs up. That lets me know that you like the videos I'm creating for you, and it encourages me to keep going. So we'll all see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.